Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. We're looking forward to the game on the weekend this Sunday where Chelsea take on Burnley, so be sure to catch the preview for that tomorrow on Younes Talks Football. That's going to be a very interesting one that we're going to get into because we have no idea what Thomas Tuchel is going to do, so I'm going to try and guess, or at least try and predict what I think he is going to do. So be sure to catch that tomorrow when it drops. So if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. And another thing I want to tell you guys about is I was on a podcast, Facts and Waffle. Now, Facts and Waffle is a podcast that has been done by two people, one of them that I know very, very well because I went to uni with him, even though both went to my uni, but one of them I know very, very well, so Tunde and Gandu. Tunde, me and him were really tight. He's launched this podcast, the same that he was doing on the university radio station. So every time we're walking around campus, he's always on the airwaves with this exact same show, but with music playing as well. Now he's kind of turned it into a podcast because we're not at uni anymore, and yeah, I went on, I was a special guest, had a little conversation about Chelsea. He gave me a Chelsea quiz as well, and I'm not going to tell you how I did, but I'm going to leave a link in the description for you guys to go and have a listen. It's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and a few other platforms, so make sure you check it out, give them the support, hit a follow, and enjoy. Today we're going to get more into about Thomas Tuchel and some comments that he's made, because yesterday's press conference was a very interesting one that he gave in the afternoon, and it was his first proper press conference. But the way that press conferences happen in the UK, I'm not sure about anywhere else, but in the UK, you have the main press conference, which is to the broadcasters, and then after the cameras are turned off, they then turn to the papers. So journalists from various newspapers will start asking him questions, and then they will take all that information, and at 10:30 p.m, all the newspapers and the articles that they have ready to put on their websites are released. 10:30 is the embargo, and I don't know why. It's just always been like that, and I don't know what the reason is. But anyway, there was articles released in terms of things that we didn't know about because the broadcasters section had already been turned off, so we didn't see what Tuchel said. But now we know, and he went into quite a bit of information that I want to share with you, and I want us to talk about a little bit, because there are some doubts that some people had about Thomas Tuchel, and I think it's safe to say he has put those doubts to bed. So let's get into it. It's going to be interesting to see how he manages with boards. That is a thing, and that is a worry that all of us have, me included. Is he going to get on with this Chelsea board? Because he kind of fell out with the Dortmund board. He had an issue with the PSG board. Is he going to have problems with the Chelsea board? Well, he's spoken about that because he got asked about it in that press conference, and fair play to the journalist that posed the question to him. And we get to find out a little bit more about him as a person and his way in and around working life. Let's get into it, starting with our doubts with boards. There have been suggestions that Tuchel could struggle with the politics at Chelsea, who appointed him on an 18-month deal after firing Lampard. Dortmund's chief executive, Hans-Joachim Watzke, has called the 47-year-old a difficult guy. Yet Tuchel, who vowed to use Chelsea's academy players, defended himself and insisted he was not worried about working for Roman Abramovich. It's pure passion, Tuchel said. Also some principles. Your word is your word, and I trust the word of a man. There's always two sides to a story, and I'm not here to blame anybody. I do also see this in myself. What I like now, why I am very positive, is that I am absolutely self-aware that this is a thing to improve, and to be also more relaxed and maybe not to be too stubborn in my beliefs. So that is a very good thing, and I give credit to Thomas Tuchel here because he is clearly taken it upon himself to reflect and realise that maybe he might have got some things wrong and he needs to improve with that. And as he said, he is self-aware. He realises that there may be things that he needs to improve on and to not be too stubborn. So it looks like there's already a bit of rectification on his side, which is lovely to hear, because now he's come to Chelsea knowing some of the mistakes he might have done in the past and hopes to not repeat them. Let's dig in a little bit more about Thomas Tuchel and the way that he approaches things. The other thing is the structure that I find here is very clear and very easy. There are not many people who make the decisions, and I can live with that. When things are clear, it is on me as the head coach to on one hand adapt, and on the other hand make my opinion clear and give analysis of where I think we can improve. I hope this comes along in the right way. So that is lovely to hear as well, and it it reflects like maybe at PSG there were too many people making decisions, or too many people having an influence in the decision making, whereas at Chelsea we know, as he's just said, there's not many people, which he loves, which is nice, and it's true. At Chelsea you got Roman, you got Marina, you got Bruce Buck and a couple of members on the board, Petr Cech, that's it. That is it. That is the hierarchy at Chelsea Football Club. Done. There's no one else. Petr Cech is obviously going to be the Bond, and a very good one as well. Very intelligent and very understanding man. We all know Petr Cech very well. So that's it, which means Thomas Tuchel can really get in the midst of it, put his opinion on the table, and have to deal with only one or two people personally. That is it. So he seems to like that a lot, and he seems to like that structure, which is nice, because as I said, maybe at his previous clubs, maybe there were too many people with an influence, and maybe it got a little bit too hectic. Maybe. So fingers crossed, now Thomas Tuchel is at Chelsea, he is not going to repeat any errors he might have made at Dortmund or at PSG. He understands that the structure at Chelsea is better than that of PSG and Dortmund, and that's already worked in his favour. So hopefully it's reciprocal. Hopefully the Chelsea board, Marina, Petr Cech, Roman Abramovich, and whoever, Bruce Buck, maybe all of them can work with Thomas Tuchel accordingly, listen, value his opinion, offer any different opinion if they want, and maybe there can just be a very nice and harmonious understanding between everyone. Can we not ask for that once? Please, can we have that at Chelsea Football Club? Hopefully Tuchel is going to be the perfect guy that gets along with our board. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Now let's get into Thomas Tuchel as a person and his work ethic and his methodologies in everyday working life. Let's dig into what he says about himself. I'm pretty normal. I like to spend time with my family. I learned that you need your time off. You cannot control everything. I am not the guy who thinks he can treat a player better than the physiotherapist. I am not the guy who thinks I can clean the boots better, or do the kit better than the kit guys, or drive the bus better than the bus driver. I am the guy for the dressing room, for the tactics. I love to work in a nice environment where it is possible to smile, and don't confuse it with not being competitive. I know that it's on me to live up to these principles. That is beautiful to hear. That's kind of expected. At the top level, that is expected. You need to be someone that balances, having fun and work. It's nice to have a relationship with everyone, to be nice, to have respect, to smile, to bring the mood up, to lift, spirits in the camp. Absolutely. But at the same time, as he said, to be competitive, to make sure that you're really grinding the players and pushing them and making them work, but for them to understand that you mean well and that you want the best for them and you want the best for the squad and the club and for us, the fans, and the success of Chelsea. That is the prime objective. But at the same time, the relationships are key. He sounds like someone that has the perfect balance, that is someone that you can talk to, that you can, away from the training ground, away from football, have a close bond with, and even in football, even on the training ground, to understand that we can be close, but when it's time for work, we work, and we work together, and we do it well. It's nice that he seems to have that balance, and he's coming to Chelsea Football Club, and it's been a breath of fresh air, as we've spoken about already, his charisma, his smile, his flamboyance. He's clearly very confident, he's very idea-driven, it sounds like he has a plan, he knows what he wants, he knows what to do, and he's just got this aura about him, where he speaks very clearly, very concise, with clarity, and he just seems like a nice guy who knows what he's doing. It's beautiful. So far, the impression has been second to none. So let's hope it continues, and let's hope that the board will not have any conflicts with him, and vice versa, and hopefully they will both get their ideas across and do what's best for Chelsea Football Club as a whole. No person trying to get ahead of the other one, and it's nice that it's our structure at the moment that seems to be fitting very well with what Tuchel wants in a football club. So it's nice so far. It's looking good anyway. Hopefully that can transition onto the pitch, and hopefully we can get good results, and hopefully the players can train really well, understand what Tuchel wants, understand his way, adapt, and start clicking. Let's get this journey underway, and who knows, we might be able to salvage this season. Maybe we can do what I done on Twitch last night. And if you weren't there for my Twitch stream, flipping hell, you missed a good one. But anyway, link is in the description. Make sure you follow me if you haven't already. But I took Chelsea to the FA Cup final, the Champions League final, and guess what? I got top 4. In the end, it was close, but I got top 4. I won the FA Cup by beating Liverpool at Wembley, and I won the Champions League final by beating Bayern Munich in Istanbul. Flipping amazing, and I used Tuchel's tactics as well. They worked like a charm. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Thomas Tuchel and his words about, you know, the way that he conducts himself, his relationship with his previous boards, and what he likes about being at Chelsea at the moment, and the structure, him as a person, and the way that he works. Let me know your thoughts on what I've read out today, and yeah, I'd love to hear it. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Be sure to be here for tomorrow's preview, Chelsea versus Burnley. Yes, we play another low block team, and it's going to be very interesting. But fingers crossed, now we've had a little bit more time on the training ground, a little bit more time for Tuchel to get his ideas across, a little bit more time for the players to work on it. Hopefully we can break through the barrier, get 3 points, and start this run. Fingers crossed. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will see all of you tomorrow for the preview. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.